Hello everyone. Today I will be making a batch of raw meow mix. I'm just going to make a small batch with 45 grams of meat and 3 grams of raw meow as it says on the back here. I usually make a bigger batch as I do have 3 cats, but today I'll make a small batch just to make it interesting. I've got my proteins just here. I've got, hello Oscar and Cosimo, excited. What is this? I've got some pork, I think some emu and a bit of kangaroo as well. If Oscar wants to get out of the way of the... Goodness, Oscar. That's alright, we'll fix that up. One moment. There we go. Alright, so I've got my kitchen scales here to weigh up the meat, and I'll just weigh up 45 grams of meat. I like to use a variety of different proteins to mix it up, and I use nice big chunks for teeth health. So we've got 45 grams of meat here, all weighed up, which I'll pop into our container just here. And then we need to weigh up the raw meow mix, and usually I use a set of scales, smaller set of scales, and a little container to weigh it up, just because I like to be certain that it's the exact amount, but you can just use the scoop, it is pretty accurate. So I turn on my scales, I grab out my scoop, and because we're only making 1 serving, which is 45 grams, we're going to be adding 1 scoop of raw meow mix. If I can find a little scoop, there we are. And then I'll put that scoop into there. And now I get that scoop of raw meow mix, weighed on the scales, and add it into my mixing bowl. I've got my mixing bowl here, and I pour the raw meow into, I'm not sure if you can see it, just there. And then I've got some bone broth that I made out of goat trotters and kangaroo ribs not that long ago to add to the raw meow mix. About 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, depending how runny your cats like it. They might like it more paste-like or more like a gravy. Mine personally like it a little bit like a gravy. And then you whisk that up with your fork or spatula or whatever your preference is until it's all mixed in. Hello Nala. Until it's all mixed in, and then I usually get my spoon and just run it around the edges to make sure I've caught it all. And then I add that to the meat that I weighed up. And then I usually just put a little bit more water into the bowl or bone broth just to catch up all the bits on the side. There we go. And now I mix that through, coating all the meat. And I get a plate. From the dish rack, as they've just been washed, and I serve that. And you can also use a topper. My cat's favorite is Kangaroo by Raw Meow. So I use that as a topper on top, and I blend it. Nally girl. Can you hop out the way, girlie? Come here. It's almost ready. And then I blend it up. And I put it into a little jar, if you can see behind Nala, for later. And just sprinkle it on top. And that's all served. Oh, looks like Nala's having a little sample over here of one of the raw meows that I prepped earlier. So I've got this plate that I prepped for Cosmo, and another plate in the fridge that I prepped earlier for Oscar. And Nala's having a nibble right now of the one that I prepped a little earlier. Thank you. Oh, big munch. And that's how you make raw meow mix. Licking up all the gravy. It's her favorite part. And there's Oscar too. Are you hungry? I'll serve you too. Alright, say goodbye, Oscar, Nala, and Cozzy. Bye-bye.